Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Scott with PestPlus and Safe Green Solution. I'm here with Brian Hirsch from Protecta Bed. Good morning, Brian.
Morning, Scott.
So, I want to share with you, my public, my audience, my fans. You know, we do primarily bed bug treatments. And we go into a lot of homes, a lot of units, and we find that people panic. They've been running to the stores. We find a lot of people pick up a lot of low-end covers that they find in stores. These are like $3, $4 covers. Some of them are so paper thin, Brian, that when we pick them up, they literally rip.
Oh, jeez, that's horrible.
But what we're finding that a lot of these covers, the encasements, are marked. They say bed bugs and dust mites.
Yeah, you know, Scott, unfortunately, in the retail market, some people have decided to almost take advantage of the consumer and take advantage of the fear out there. And the truth of the matter is, if you have bed bugs, and the reason you're calling Scott is because this is a professional grade problem. You need professional grade products that have been lab tested and proven in the field to actually work and be bed bug proof.
So for the average consumer, what does that mean, lab testing? What would somebody care? And what difference does that make?
Well, the reason we do lab testing, Scott, is because bed bugs are pretty tricky. Most covers, they'll just kind of weave their way in, find holes and stitches, and get right on out. So to lab test it, we actually send samples off to an independent entomology laboratory in Maryland, go through about 6 months of testing and finding the data, making sure that we're doing everything right to keep the bed bugs truly either locked in or locked out.
Good. Now these are protected bed covers that you're holding.
Yes.
We use a couple of other covers, but our primary cover is the protected bed cover. They're very high-end covers. People are concerned a little bit with the price, but I tell them, listen, you know, these are high-end, these last, and I also say with the discount based upon treatment, they're not really as high as need to be. So maybe you can go for a captive audience.
Sure.
What exactly is this cover? Why is it different? Why does it look this way? What is this thing over
Sure, absolutely. Really, the Protecta Bed cover encompasses 3 different parts to be bed bug proof. The first is a bed bug bite proof material. Now we put the bite proofing on all 6 sides of the encasement. The reason we do that is if you have a mattress that you still flip over and rotate, like most folks do, you don't want to inadvertently lay on a side that's not bite proof, because bed bugs can actually go through and bite regular encasements. The next part that we do is we use what's called a micro zipper tooth. Now we actually had to invent this. The zipper teeth are so small and tight that even the tiniest bed bug can't weave its way through and sneak out of the encasement. The last part is really the hardest part of any mattress cover, and this is really what sets us apart from something you'll find at a retail store or just some random cover on the internet. This is called bug lock. Now we had to invent bug lock because of the end clasp. Now what the end clasp is, think about every zipper you use on a jacket or jeans. There's always a little hole right at the top. That little hole creates a doorway, and bed bugs love to go in and go out. So you have to account for that. So what we did, we actually created bug lock, which has a secure safety trench or sealed safety trench underneath it. And there's raised padding that goes back about 3 inches. The key is that as soon as the zipper passes into the raised padding, sealed shut. Been lab tested to prove it. So it can in fact pull away from the end if you're changing your sheets and it pops off and you don't recognize it. On normal cases, that's big trouble. On Protecta Bed, not so much. We allow things to go wrong because it's get used a lot.
Well, what I like about it also is, especially sometimes when dealing with elderly people, and they're a little bit forgetful, they think they're supposed to take this off and wash it. But you guys also have something that you created pretty neat and nifty.
You know, Scott, we did. What we did was, we understand that, you know, customers sometimes might get confused or might not understand what the encasement's for, so we added what's called Secure Seal. It's this little zip tie that comes in the packages with the product. And what it does is it locks the zipper in place. Now this has nothing to do with bed bug control, because remember, the zipper can still pull back and be completely safe. This is to make sure 2 things. One, that if someone looks at it and sees the zip tie, they say, you know, that's probably locked on for a reason. Or if it's your bed and you were letting someone else sleep in it, or you're a caregiver and you come back and the zip tie is gone, you can find the person who slept on the bed and say, hey, you know, you removed this, you're really not supposed to do that. And help them understand why they're not supposed to remove it.
Right. Well, I like it also because when this encompasses the bed, it eliminates all the symptoms.
Yes.
It's easy to see. If we get a nymph, which is a baby-sized bed bug, we can find them very easily. It's white. It's also waterproof. So
Absolutely.
if we find little nymphs of bed bugs, and we do have to have a treatment,
Yeah.
it's still not getting through to the mattress.
That's completely true, Scott. You know, the real benefit of waterproof also, it's any kind of bodily fluids or sanitation problems don't penetrate either through the mattress back to the person and not from the person into the mattress. Now when we say waterproof, everyone instantly thinks plastic and vinyl and hot and loud. Not so. Protecta Beds, and you can't really feel this, but there's air passing right through it. It's very soft, very quiet, and it's actually quite comfortable to sleep on. You'd be hard pressed to remember that it's on your bed after a few weeks.
I actually had an elderly person sleep on this. And for some reason, she called me up to say her back felt better. I don't know if it's psychological or not, but her back felt better with her sleeping on this.
That's
so
great.
I like the Protecta Bed brand. I mean, we literally probably sell thousands of covers. We've had people say no, they don't want to do it. They've gone into this store called BBB. They've picked up covers, one size fits all. I want to talk real quickly. See, in a lot of these outlets, they say queen or king. And I noticed that one size fits all. However, we went into one circumstance where the woman had a 6-inch depth mattress. And when I went to take a look, she literally had a crease of this big. It was made for an 18-inch bed. So what I like about it is these are all fitted sheets. So if it's a 6-inch mattress, this will encompass that mattress. If it's an 11-inch mattress, then I can pick up
The 11-inch
the
mattress
11-inch mattress depth.
Absolutely.
So it's very beneficial for my potential customers and people who may want to do business with us. I'm going to highly recommend, as you move forward, that we're going to basically set up part of the program is to bring in the Protecta Bed covers or similar covers, mostly Protecta Beds. We're going to be able to enclose your crib. We're going to be able to enclose your box spring, your bed. If you're concerned about your pillows, we can also encompass your pillows. So I'm Scott, leaving off with our audience. I would highly recommend don't run to the store. Really don't get involved in things you're not sure of just because a cover says it's for bed bugs. Another thing is these are high-end covers. These are expensive covers. They can range anywhere between $40 to $100. If you find a cover in the store that's $5 or $3, I assure you it's not going to be the same cover that I'm selling.
Absolutely.
So landlords out there are actually purchasing the covers from us and covering their tenants' beds because they're good tenants and they want to stop the problem from spreading. I also, tell me about what happens, why you wouldn't take off this cover and there is a bed bug in the box spring. What's going to happen to that?
Well, you know, basically if you take off the cover prematurely, that bed bug is going to come out of the box spring, start feeding again, and if it's a female, they'll start laying eggs. And all that work you spent getting that population under control and getting rid of the problem, it's just going to come right back up. So that's why we really say leave them on there for about 9 months to a year.
Okay, good, and then they'll die inside.
Oh, if they're inside, yeah, and they're sealed away, and you don't remove the encasement, they'll absolutely pass away because they can't feed, they can't get moisture, and they're going to die.
Good. So I'm Scott with Brian from PestPlus, Safe Green Solution, and Protecta Bed. To our 1 million captive audience out there, I just want to remind you to look out for my new book called Bite Back, the homeowner's guide to basically beating bed bugs at their own game. And if you haven't had a chance to see me, I was on ABC Nightly News with Diane Sawyer last night, and I was featured in the New York Times today.
You know what? Cuts with Protecta Bed was too on the Nightly News, and we were in a bunch of newspapers today too. So good partnership, good products, and
Synergy, baby.
there it is.
Catch you next time.
There it is.
Ciao.